Yo, what is going on, boys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Dude, I am so excited this morning. I woke up, I'm checking out treasure mode, and I'm seeing all the changes, and I'm like, what is going on? Oh my god, this is so cool. This is so cool. There are tons of changes to the treasure mode. This is the best and most exciting treasure mode I've ever done. The rewards are so good. The changes make it much easier for early game players and really great for end game players. So I guys hope you guys enjoyed the video and hope you guys enjoy all the content we're going to put out here. If you guys are just interested in seeing something specific, in this video we're going to be going over the rewards you're going to see at every stage. You'll be able to see where you can find the rewards, all the boosted units that you can have for this treasure mode. We're also going to go over the point value rewards, what you're getting there. And finally, we'll be going over some of the changes in the treasure maps and my teams for the treasure map. So I'll have it all jam-packed in one episode so you guys can see everything there. And I'm going to have timestamps in the description below so you can find everything very easily. Alright guys, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So I just completed my first run of treasure mode, and to be honest, or adventure mode, well, I mean treasure map. It's so hard to say. To be honest, it's really cool. I definitely dig all the changes we have here. Okay, so first off, well, the first thing I saw when I went to the rewards tab over here is that there is some major changes even for the lower levels. The first thing is that you're going to see it tablets right away, and making it really easy for players at the higher levels to get tablets very easily. And they are good tablets too. They have the crit tablets and everything. If you're in the top 10,000 this time, you're getting 5 tablets of every type of the good types of tablets, which is really hype, because normally you don't even see nearly as many. You get like 5 at like the top 500, and now you're getting 5 in the top 10,000, which is insane. You're getting orbs at these stages, and you're getting a really high amount of small shards, a really low amount of medium shards, some princess turtles, and a forbidden tome. Not the best rewards there. And of course, that 7 is back again for the gems, and we have the top 7,000. And in the top 6,000 is when you start getting the golden almighty manuals. Now, I've been asked a lot on my stream where you get these golden almighty manuals for your legends or whoever you want to use them for. And right now they're exclusively from treasure mode, so making sure that you place high in treasure mode gets you lots of these golden universal books. Overall, these are very good, but they are they're giving out a lower amount than they did last time for the golden universals, but a much higher amount of everything else, which is really cool. Now, in the top 500, you get 16 freaking tablets! What? Now you get pretty much the same amount of medium and small, but 16 tablets, man! What the heck? And that's in the top 1,000, not top 500, sorry. In the top 1,000, you're getting 21 tablets. So this is a great treasure mode to get a ton of tablets. Oh my gosh, in the top 100, people are getting 25 tablets, and the number 1 player, of course, not gonna be me, because screw that. Ain't about that no life. Is 30 tablets. Oh my god, that is insane. Now if you want to make sure that you have the appropriate league on, what you do is you click that button up here, go to the silver league, and you'll see what you're getting. Even number 1 in the silver league, you're still getting 10 tablets. Unfortunately, you're getting a lot less in the silver league, but if you are in the silver league and you're placing high in the silver league, you definitely deserve to have lots of limit break stuff. So definitely you'll be ranking up to the higher leagues later on. Very cool that you're able to do that. If we go down to the bronze league down here, you can see that even in the bronze league, if you go to the top, say 100 or so, you're still getting golden universal books. You're still getting some tablets, and this is very easy to place high if you are an endgame player coming back into the game. Very easy to get very high ranks here. Definitely great for getting your limit break materials and all that. Now let's talk about the treasure mode rewards and what we're getting on each stage. So of course we're getting lots and lots of Zoro Sanji crystals right away, and of course getting the unit at 10,000 points. And then at 50,000 points, 51,000 points, we are getting the treasure mode Whitebeard. So it is confirmed we're going to have a very similar treasure mode to the last treasure mode, where we were able to get returning treasure mode characters and be able to max out the unit very easily. So if we go all the way up here, you can see if we go to, we're also getting free spirit books this time around, and not just getting the golden universals. We're getting free spirit books. We're also getting the Whitebeard crystals. So if you did not have time to max out treasure mode Whitebeard, or you skipped it entirely, this is a great opportunity to get your 3 million points and get that done. Now 3 million points may seem unattainable, but to be honest, my first run with a full boosted team, I was able to get 46,000 points. So I'm going to leave you with that for a second and realize that if I'm able to get 46,000 points in one run and you can get 10,000, you're just going to have to do 4 times as many runs as me. And if it takes me 20 runs, it's going to take you 80. Just how it is. It might actually take you a lot less because the point scaling will actually be better. So it might take you about 60 runs, maybe 40 runs, maybe 50 runs. Who knows? I don't know how many runs it's going to take you to get to 3 million points, but it is going to take you an excessively longer time because you don't have the treasure mode boosted units. Of course, you only have to get to 2.95 million, but there's no reason not to go up to the 3 mil because essentially at this 3 million, you're of course getting these guaranteed scale up meats, which are very, very good, and lots of orbs and crystals along the way. We are getting potions again, just like in the treasure mode Sabo rotation, so we are getting those as well. And if we go down to the other leagues, you can see that you're still getting crystals from the Whitebeard. I don't know if you'll have enough to max him, but you should have a lot of crystals out here to get a very, very high amount. And in the Bronze League, you are getting crystals as well. So if you weren't able to max out the treasure mode Mihawk because you were in the Bronze League and you aren't able to get enough crystals the first time around, then you have enough crystals this time around to try to get him maxed this time. But if you are going to be in the New World League because you've been doing treasure mode a while and you really like the treasure mode units, then you definitely have enough to get him maxed. Alright, and the last thing we're going to go over in this list, of course, is going to be where the boosted units are. You can see that Kuma is going to be a 2.5 times stat booster with a 2 times point boost. He's going to have Monet's going to be a 1.5 times point booster with a 2.5 times stat boost. The characters with a 1.2 times stat boost are going to be Treasure Mode Sabo, the new V2 Shanks, and of course Luffy Ace, which are going to be boosted by 1.2 and of course get a 1.35 times point boost. Every other character on the list is going to be a 1.2 times booster, and each of these units is going to receive a 1.2 times stat boost as well. So they're getting the same stat boost as the 2 legends and the last treasure mode unit. So every unit's going to be just a little bit stronger than they originally are. So if they had 1,000 attack, they now have 1,200 attack, etc. This time around, it's going to be much different than the original treasure modes that we had. The first 6 treasure modes were much different than this treasure mode here. And this treasure mode, we're seeing that if you fight the mini bosses leading up to the main boss, they do not reappear. But again, you will not be able to use that same team. There are also other changes to the treasure map. First of which, you can see right here, there is a major change here on how we're going to see some of the icons. This change here, you can see that there is a boosted points set right here, and that is going to be a lot of points if I landed on that. I don't know exactly how many, but there's a lot of points. There's also rainbow chests now on the field, so if you did want to hit a rainbow chest and try to get a tablet or a luminescent orb or whatever they're called, I don't know what they're called on the global version. One of those treasure mode orbs, I don't care what they're called, but if you wanted one of those, then you can definitely get them if you do hit the other paths and decide to get those as well. Now I'm on the treasure mode right now, and I have a choice between going to the Usopp or going over and trying to get this rainbow chest here. Now I have 4 turns here, but I will be landing on this moving down stage. So I'm gonna go to the right side, and maybe I'll get lucky enough to get a rainbow chest, and I don't have to actually worry this time around about hitting the mini bosses, which is really great. I love this change of the treasure mode. So now I hit a 2, which goes down to a 1. I gets me the rainbow chest, and what do I get? I get a freaking tablet right away, which is super, super nice. I love this change of the treasure mode because you actually get to choose what route you go. You don't have to worry about, hey, I don't know if I want to go this route. I don't know if I want to go a different route. You actually get to choose which route you want to go, and you don't have to hit the mini bosses on the way. You can hit them anytime you want to before you hit the final boss, which is such a powerful change, and I love this change that they made to the treasure map, and it's much more powerful to see in action of actually what happens if you want that. So that is so, so nice that we're able to go any route we want to. So if you wanted to get a stamina refill, if you wanted to get a rainbow chest, if you wanted to hit a mini boss early on, so you don't have to hit it at the end, you can do that. Most likely what you're going to do is just try to hit as many stages as you can along the way, and you're not forced into a path, and it's not the same every single time, which I really, really love. One of the other things that's really, really nice is now each stage has 7 stages, and you have a lot more chances to get cotton candy, limit break materials, and everything else. So there is a lot of really great things that we're getting here in this treasure mode besides being able to hit any path we want, which is really cool. Now the treasure mode bosses this time around are a little bit more difficult. They have a lot of stuff, so we're going to go into some of the teams that I use to beat these guys. So for this go around, we're going to be using a treasure mode ace team with some of the recommended units for this stage on the Valentine and Mr. 5 stage. And the reason we're using this team is because the mechanic for Valentine is that she gives an orb seal to your top row. And the reason I'm using this ace team is because this ace team will have a an orb seal remover because of the limit break they have. The aces will have, since the ace, fuck it, I can't talk. The treasure mode aces have a limit break that removes orb seal. There we go. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Overall, they're really, really ideal for this fight here. I actually don't know if I'm supposed to bring something different or do some kind of mechanic, but definitely useful for this fight here. And I fought them once by not killing the mini bosses before, and I don't know if they're gonna have a similar stage here. So we got the unluckies on this stage here, which don't seem to be doing anything. Looks like they make Davy meat down, and then on this stage here, you get somebody with a very large combo hit. Oh, so I have enough combo hits to go through everything. Oh, okay. So you just have enough combo hits to just go through it, I guess, if you bring this team. Oh, okay, thank you, Capone. So now we have a 97 turn orb boost for some reason. Not sure why. We are going to get on this stage here. I'm going to seal my orbs for 10 turns and give me all badly matching orbs, I guess. So, okay. So now we're bringing Ace. Ace gives me full matching orbs, and then we just kill him, I guess. Well, also what happens is that if you switch orbs or use a type boost, Mr. 5 is going to change color. Not really sure what's up with that, but okay. That just makes top row matching. I don't even know why we brought Hog back. I think we bring him because he's a Psy unit. So if you did want to bring a different unit, then that's fine. I don't know why this is the recommended team, but it is the recommended team. I mean, it looks like Oars, Blackbeard, and Hogback don't do anything besides being a point boosted unit, and Capone is here for the combo hits. I legitimately don't understand why this is the recommended team, because it seems like some of these units can be used in other teams, but I guess it's fine. So for this team, we're going to be using a Psylaw Slasher team, and there are replaceables. You can use a Psylaw Friend if you do not have Psylaw, but unfortunately, since you are making a Free Spirit and Slasher team, there's not a ton of replacements. But if you can find a Free Spirit Slasher Captain, which is Rayleigh, you could use him here, but I do want to use him on another stage. So the reason I bring, one of the recommended units that you're supposed to bring here is the Smoker Shigi character, and the reason I'm not using that character is I'm using that character on a different stage, so I won't be able to use her this time around. And the differences in the Psylaw mechanic here are actually kind of nice, so I do like him a lot. The only thing we gotta worry about is having our Aura special up by the time we get to the boss, and that's really the only thing that goes on. If you don't have your Aura special up, then you'll have a little bit tougher of a time. If you don't have the Auras, then you will be using another character that removes paralysis. That's one of the reasons here. He also increases damage because of how his mechanic works with Boa. So if you don't have a character that removes paralysis, then you can probably move another character into those spots. Killer is only here for point boosting and orb manipulation, and the Brook is as well. As long as you have a quick strength or dex orb on your bottom right hand corner current units, then you'll have matching orbs there. Or meat orb, no, because I have Brook. So right away, Brook, what he's going to do is he's going to give paralysis to your entire team, which is kind of annoying, for 4 turns. Now Auras, which is really nice, gets rid of 4 turns of paralysis, and I actually screwed up here a little bit, and I didn't stall out enough. But what I'm going to do is just wait out 1 turn and then get hit here, and then we're just going to go in, just because I messed up. So the Pedro will have an immunity buff for 5 turns, so I won't be able to use my delayed mechanic anymore. But if you didn't have that problem earlier, and you actually went in the room on time, you'd be totally fine. I just wanted to show off the delayed mechanic as well. You can use Killer here to get yourself a matching orb. Also, if you wanted to, you can also use your Law to kill the Pedro. So if you didn't actually want to do damage to the Pedro, you want to do that differently, then you can do it like this. The Boa is going to give type boost to your team, so if you were concerned you wouldn't have enough damage to kill the other 2 guys, then you would have enough damage by doing it this way. Now also know that this Pedro will be doing death damage, and the death damage, I believe, does increase every single time you complete this. So over time, you're going to have more and more and more death damage. but I'm not sure that's true because the first stage I did 3,500, this time is 3,600. So it's not going to be like a massive increase very quickly, but it will be, eventually it'll be enough to be really annoying. And you may need to bring some kind of damage reduction character here in order to survive the hit eventually. But for the purposes of right now, I think we should be fine for at least 20 to 30 stages of running this. Okay, so the next team we're using is a Sabo team, and we're using a 6+ Sabo team against the Coby fight. Now, it was recommended to bring this team, and there's a couple of replacements I took out. I took out Giola on this team and put in somebody else, just because I needed a red unit in another team. But overall, this team should be fine. The Dex Aokiji does provide a nice replacement, it's because he is Free Spirit, even though I probably won't be able to use the special that well. It's really nice on the treasure mode that everybody has a much lower cooldown. You start with -3 cooldown, which is really great. Very, very useful. I don't know, does Bonnie have... Is Bonnie even boosted? I mean, is Bonnie, like, not Free Spirit? What is going on? What do you mean? I really like this treasure mode change where we're getting tons of boosted units and tons of units that are just like really good for the specific stages, and you can definitely see the synergy in the teams, and I really like that they're actually putting out recommended teams too, which is nice. Very helpful. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop one Sabo special here, even though, you know, I don't know if I'll get all the hits off. Oh cool, it did. You know, I don't know if it's gonna work every time, but you know, we'll just use one Sabo special. Why not? You know, it's okay. It's fine. We have 2. All right, so you get all meat orbs right away, which is interesting. Is there a character that makes meat orbs matching? Or is that Bonnie? Is that what you bring? Oh, that's helpful. Oh, that's really nice. And she boosts Free Spirit. Alright, so I'm going to lock my Orzakiji just in case. We'll do a Duval HP cut. Just chill out for a minute, you know? Just not be too crazy. We got the Free Spirit boost from Sabo, so we'll be okay, right? We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's cool. It's cool. No death damage. Not enough Dex units to kill stuff. Not Psi units to kill stuff. All right, this is good. This is solid. This is solid. Bonnie MVP for this stage. Like it a lot. Like it a lot. Okay, next we're gonna be using a Coby captain because I don't have Luffy Ace, and we're gonna be running that with Luffy Ace friend, and that should give me a decent amount of points here. But I'm pretty sure that Marco is the character that you really want here because you want to be able to get rid of paralysis on your entire team. So, I think Marco gets rid of paralysis. Pretty sure, anyways. Nope, he does not. Does anybody get rid of paralysis? Who gets rid of paralysis on this Usopp stage? Oh wait, is this the bind one? This is the bind one. Brook was the paralysis. This is the one with bind. Okay, so this time around, your Cappy gets bound, and this way you bring Rayleigh because he removes bind, and Marco also removes bind. Oh, makes so much more sense now. That's why you bring those guys. Got it. Makes sense. Now I'm gonna keep Luffy as Luffy Ace as Luffy for right now. And on this stage here, I think we get all meat tandem and silenced a bunch of turns. And Rayleigh removes silence too. Oh, that's Rayleigh MVP here. Yeah. Okay. So Rayleigh is the MVP here. So I'm gonna pop the Rayleigh special, right? Which gives me Dex, Quick Psi, matching orbs, and gives me Orb Beneficial, Manipulate right away, which is nice. And I have an extra strength unit here, which is really good too, so I can get that extra strength damage off. Now I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to save that until the final boss here, but we get hit by Usopp, right? And Usopp is going to bind my top row for I think 5 turns, and give me attack down. And then Marco is useful for the attack down. Orb Seal, that's what it is. I get Orb Seal. Okay. So I get Orb Seal on my guys, so I'm going to pop Coby, because I have 3 quick units right now, right? And get the type boost. We're going to switch, then we're going to switch Luffy Ace to get rid of the Orb Seal. Gonna pop the Marco to get rid of attack down. Oh, this whole team has mechanics here. Got it. This is cool. All right, and now we're gonna hit her with our quick units on this dude, and we're gonna finish him off. Bam. So that's a solid team. It doesn't feel like the teams are super weak this time around. It does feel like the teams are much stronger going into the treasure mode bosses, and then there are fitted teams for each treasure mode boss. And there are like recommended teams that have rare recruits, some have free to play units, and the rare captains. And if of course you don't have the pay to win units, you have to use free to play alternatives for the captains and mix and match how you have to go and lose out on some point boosting units, etc. So definitely very cool how they've more fitted the units into each treasure mode boss. All right, we're on our final run here, and we're going to be doing a run against the Zoro Sanji, and I've been doing this with the Smoker Shigi captain. I do have other alternates that I can use as rainbow captains. I could use like regular Sanji, Legend Sanji. I could use some other characters that were rainbow units, but I just want to make sure I have 4 units on my team. And Coliseum X-Ray is actually a really useful unit for this particular set of stages, just because of how his ability to remove block orbs, and he's on a very short cooldown, and he's boosted. Since you can't bring Akuma to this treasure mode, then it's really nice to bring this X-Ray, because he does the same thing as Kuma. And now we found the reason to bring him, right? We found the reason. Now the only character that doesn't get fully boosted, of course, is X-Ray, and he gets boosted by 2 points. Sorry, not 2.5. He gets boosted by 3.5 by just the Shanks, but not boosted by the Smoker Shigi, which is totally fine. I actually don't need him to be boosted by both guys. This stage here, we're gonna get all empty meat or tandem orbs, and you can actually just, use nothing if you want to and just blow through it. Up to you. You can see we're doing plenty of damage. I probably should have attacked with the Kuma and the Monet last, because they have a 2.5 times stat boost, and that would help out a lot more. On this stage here, we're going to get all block orbs in our top row bound for 5 turns, so just make sure you have at least level 2 bind if you're bringing the Monet. So if you pop the Monet special here, it is going to get rid of the threshold attack on this guy, and then you can use the X-Ray to get yourself a full set of matching orbs, which is really nice. If you use X-Ray first, he's actually going to do an HP cut first, which is really nice. And the nice thing here is that he also sets your orbs to all matching, and since you also get an orb lock along with it, you actually get full matching orbs going into the final room if you're really concerned about that. Now on this stage here, you're going to get your top row and middle row specials rolled back by 2 turns. So if you are trying to bring a lot of specials into the room, it will be difficult. So what's really nice about this Kuma is that Kuma is going to roll your top row specials forward by 2 turns in order for you to use your captain specials, and also give you a color affinity boost. Now, if I pop my Shanks special here, my Shanks special is going to give me full matching orbs anyways, because it gives me all int orbs, which I could make to be beneficial if I had a full int team. And if we use the Smoker Shigi special, Smoker Shigi is going to make int orbs beneficial on my int and side characters. If you are going to be using this TM Sabo, unfortunately, you cannot use TM Sabo with this team unless you're doing it perfectly. But what I could do is I could try to switch it over to Shigi, but that would screw me over. So I just cannot use this TM Sabo at all unless I have a V2 Shanks captain. But I was bringing him here because he is actually a point booster, and that was really the only reason I could think of to bring him. But overall, if you did want to use him on another stage, you could use him on another stage, but you can see with type boost and color affinity, you have more than enough damage here. Now, you do not want to bring orb boost to this final boss here, because he does have an interrupt on orb boost. If you do an orb boost, he will put up a 5-turn good barrier, which is definitely not what you want. So definitely do not bring an orb booster to this treasure mode's final boss. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this set of the entire treasure mode walkthrough and what we're going to see and all the changes we're going to see in this treasure mode. My name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smack the like button down below, as well as the subscribe button down below, so we get lots of support in the channel, and of course, keep the channel growing. You see I got 40,000 points in that last boss there, putting this really good boosted team together. I'm only 2 runs in, I'm already at 100,000 points, which is really, really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, have a great rest of your day. Peace.